Welcome back to another episode of the Know Your Power podcast. I am your host, Kendall Aaliyah.
And I'm Julia Renee.
Sometimes when I talk, I don't know if it's my TMJ issue, but it feels like so much effort to talk.
My face hurts today.
Same. I think that's what I mean.
I woke up. I have a tissue with me right now, like a little tissue, because
are your eyes messed up?
Yes.
My left one.
It's only my left one.
I woke up and it was red, and
it's only my left.
Can you see right here? It's swollen.
Yeah, a little
That's
bit.
why I didn't put eye makeup on because it hurts.
Mine is not swollen, but the left one continuously leaks. It's like I'm one of those dogs that has the leaky eye and they have juice that you know what I mean? I have those because it ruins my concealer. And honestly, I've been slaying my makeup the past couple months. But especially this week because I finally got my skin feeling so good because I have flare-ups when the cedar hits so bad with it. When I moved here to Austin, for the first time that I moved here in Austin, which was 2015, because I graduated high school in 2015 and I moved to Austin. So my first cedar season here in Austin, I was in beauty school and I had a flare up. It was my first time ever. My entire face and my neck and even some areas on my arms felt like sandpaper.
Do you get hives or anything?
It's the texture of sandpaper on my face.
Oh no.
So it was red and itchy. I had no idea what it was. The only thing that made it go away was an allergy, getting an actual allergy shot.
For people that don't live in Texas or Austin in general, there's cedar trees that exude this extreme allergy for people. So when I first moved here, I got tested because I was scared because so many people were the cedar.
It's
I
called
was
cedar fever, where you can actually get sick. I was actually
symptoms.
Sick.
Yep. Yeah. So it's pretty extreme. Anyway, today
Yay.
we are just chatting. And I feel after this episode, we won't really have to explain it or intro it. We'll just kind of start the intro and then start talking about random things. But every Monday for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
We're just chatting. We're just hanging out. We're catching up with each other, with you guys. We're talking about recent events, not really bodybuilding tea, but if there are any stories coming up, we'll probably talk about them. And it'll just feel I feel not to say a normal person podcast, but kind of a normal person podcast.
Well, what we realized is that both of us have podcasts that we listen to that are just girls chatting.
Yeah.
About girl things. And for us, a lot of our girl things have to revolve around the gym.
What's your cardio looking like?
It's gym funny things and makeup and hair and just girl things. And I love listening to those. And I was I feel Kendall and I do this on the regular basis, especially if we're with Erica too. This is all we do. And I also spent this past weekend with, I'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Remind me about what I did this weekend.
Why don't you go into it now?
With my sister. But I wanted to get people, I needed to get them clear on what girl chats is about.
Okay, fair.
Just from my own.
That's fine. You explain it then.
Own weird tendencies. But it's I don't know.
You're here's the structure on how casual this
I'm
podcast
here's
is
the
about.
Basically, it's less structured.
Yes.
Because with all of our other ones, we're going over a specific topic and we're okay, how can we break this up so that it's serious topic about getting shit done, mindset, workouts, and blah, 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 blah. All
Which
the
I
other
think
things.
is super important too, but I think it's also people like different types of podcasts. And it's funny because that's how my listening split is I'm either fully listening to a comedian podcast. Nothing should be taken seriously. Nothing they say is to be taken to heart. And then on the flip side, I love super educational podcasts where I feel I'm taking something away and I'm learning, and it would be cool. And that's kind of what our goal is now, is to have both of those in one place, where Monday is that more chill, talking, maybe not super serious. You might learn a thing or two, but don't take it to heart. While our Wednesday episodes are typically more here's 5 things to get better at this. You know what I mean? So I think it's a cool duality.
It way better.
I tried.
Yeah. My face hurts. I woke up this morning, and this is going into something that I really wanted to talk about in this. I woke up this morning just ugly.
Stop.
Like, no.
I feel you.
You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
That was me this morning. That's why I have a hat on.
You wake up and you're just like, today's an ugly day. Yesterday was such a pretty day for me.
Aw, I love that.
Yesterday, I was stunning gorgeous. Like, I looked at myself and I was like, I'd date me. Yeah, I'd fucking date me.
I think I wake up most days being like, what is that?
But you know what I mean? It's just like something you like slept wrong. You maybe ate too much salt. I'm feeling bloated. It looks like I got like punched in the face. I had like a line that I had to like try and get out from just sleeping so hard on my face. I looked in the mirror. I was like, it's an ugly day. And I did everything that I could to try and fix it. I brought all of my like tricks out from under my sleeve. And I was just like, it's okay. Like yesterday you peaked. Today you need to take a break and let someone else play. You just need like to bring it down a couple notches.
So that was me, but with my body, and not to overshare, but I feel like if you're listening to the girl chats, you're probably one of the girlies. So who cares? I sleep in the nude. It's how I like to sleep.
See, I have a fear.
I know. You told me
You know what
this.
the fear is? And it's funny because Zach sleeps completely naked. And me, I sleep TMI, but I sleep with only underwear. And it's because I have a fear that something is going to crawl.
Spiders, right?
There's
Isn't that what you
spiders
told
are
me?
going to crawl.
You're insane.
I don't know where that came from.
I get it.
I just have that fear.
I get it. I think I just accept that might be my fate one day.
Okay.
Anyway, so
I
sleep in the nude, and we just moved into a house, very exciting, beautiful bathroom, biggest mirrors. And I walked in today, and like, you know how you like kind of check yourself out, like first thing in the morning, like see how you're looking. And I was having a swollen day in general. So I woke up today and I like looked at myself and I was like, not today. We're not looking at mirrors today. I'm going straight to throw on an oversized hoodie of some sort and feel comfortable, because that is probably more shocking than the face thing, is when you see your body from like a different angle or a different lighting, or like when you first wake up and you're somehow bloated from the night before and you're like, oh no. Oh yeah. It's just not a good day for that.
It's just funny because it's like yesterday I was like so on top of the world. I was like, yeah, this is great. I even like went downstairs and told Zach, I was like, look how stunning
I do that.
and gorgeous my makeup looks. I was like, literally, I crushed it.
Can I tell you what I do?
And he's like, yeah, babe, you did.
Okay, my boyfriend's, I'm just assuming it's how he was raised, because he has only brothers, right? So I feel like an all-male household, besides his mom, obviously, who is the biggest sweetheart in the world and compliments me all the time, and I love her. But I don't think like complimenting people or like words of affirmation comes super like to nature for him. So I feel like I sometimes coach him into complimenting me. So I did really good makeup the other day, and I turned to him and I said, I did really good on my makeup. And he doesn't say anything. I go, right? And he goes, yeah. And I go, I look, and like, it's like, fill in the blank.
And it's like Mad Libs for our relationship.
And I was like, I look beautiful, really? As though I didn't just like make him tell me.
It's like he didn't coach him on how to love me.
Yeah. I'm like hoping one day if I do that enough, he'll just like be like, oh, I should tell her.
Yeah. For me, it's like noticing like the little things. I'm like, don't you know that I used a like different eyebrow wax today?
Yeah.
You didn't? And I'm like, okay, we're broken up for like 5 minutes at least. And like this morning I was putting on my eyeshadow and I look over to him and I was like, okay, so typically I wear like peaches and warm tones and all of that. I was like, but today I decided to wear purple eyeshadow because I heard that purple brings out the brown in your brown eyes.
They do. Your eyes look great.
And then I looked at him and just like paused.
Model face.
I just was like, smolder. And he looks at me with the big eyes and the like creep smile. He's like, it really brings out the brown in your eyes.
That's so funny.
Even though he's like, in his head, he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Your eyes look the same as they did yesterday.
I do that with eyeliner where like, you know how you try to gauge like what your significant other likes or is into? Because like you want to like appease to like what they find beautiful. Of course, I feel like we all do it. I don't care how confident I'm feeling. I still care about how he feels, right? So there'll be a day I did my makeup again, like in my opinion, really good. But this time I didn't do eyeliner. I like smoked out some black here, but it wasn't like winged. Yeah. So I asked him and I go, do you like how this looks? And he goes, yeah, it looks good. I said, but would you prefer a wing? And he goes, wings are good. And I was like, but are they better? He's like, I don't know.
Chicken wings? Buffalo wings?
Those are much better for sure. But no, yeah. I think the moral is men know nothing about makeup. Really don't. And as long as you feel good, they'll probably think you look good.
We need to like do a test of, I've seen some makeup people do this on like their YouTube channel where they like have their husband try and tell like what each makeup product is. So they'll hold up eyeshadow and be like, what is this?
No way.
Mascara, like what is it? Yeah. And they have to try and figure it out.
There's no way Cooper would know literally anything ever.
Honestly, no.
Yeah.
But there was something that I had been seeing going around on social media so much. I don't know if you saw it.
I've seen a little bit of this.
I saw it on Marissa Minibeast's page, which is Marissa Andrews. And I saw it on Kelly Matthews' page as well. And it's like this quote that's going around. I want to read it. It says, I stopped posting in tight clothes because my page is for women. Which is weird is because I actually haven't seen any posts of people that are being serious about that quote. I've only been seeing the opposite.
The jokes, there's enough serious ones.
Yes,
you know?
I've only been seeing the people that are like Marissa or like Kelly that like, I don't agree with this, but I'm curious, like, what do you think?
I see both sides. I saw something similar where this girl did a very long video post about why she doesn't.
I haven't seen the side of seriousness of like why they actually did. I haven't seen that side, so I'm curious what they think.
The one I saw, I think she tried explaining how she started her page, and I'm not saying she's the one that made this quote, so if you end up finding this video or this person, it literally, I don't think I even follow her. It showed up on my reels and I watched it and it was a good video. And she explained she started her page because she wanted to document her glute growth journey. And she was just starting in the gym, really wanted to grow her legs and glutes. So she did a lot of glute focused workouts, all these things, wears the same activewear we wear, like tight shorts, tight leggings, whatever. And I don't remember if hers was she stopped wearing tight clothes. I think she stopped filming her workouts. I think that's what it was. She's like, I'm not filming my workouts anymore, like filming me squat or anything like that. And her point was she started this page with the intent of showing her journey, and she ended up getting a huge male following. And she was like, this really isn't for you. So if that's what's bringing these men in, I'm going to switch up my content. So I think in that perspective of if you're not trying to reach a ton of men and a ton of men are going to your page.
I feel like no matter what, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
But it does definitely increase, I'm pretty sure, the more that you show.
I don't know about tight clothing.
I don't know. I mean,
especially workout clothing.
I literally have my booty out. Like I am.
And you have a great female audience.
I am this person. Like I wear tight clothing. I also wear really short shorts, and I also because this is genuinely what I feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
You know when you put on a thong for the first time and it's so uncomfortable. When I have to wear shorts that cover my butt, or that's how I feel. I walk around and I feel uncomfy. I don't feel confident. It's so weird. Like that's how I feel. So I really do understand both sides, and I understand what that girl was saying. And the other people that I saw was some people feeling like they were being shamed for wearing the tight clothes.
Okay, so this reminds me, have you seen the TikTok about the modest wedding dress?
What?
I'm gonna butcher it if I try to explain it to you, and I wanted to cue it up so I could explain it, because when I saw this point, that's what it reminds me of. Basically, in very loose setting, this woman was like, this is the wedding dress I chose, like on TikTok. And I chose it because it's modest, and that like essentially saying, and that means I'm better than all of you girls that try showing cleavage or show your body or show your figure. You're not a good person. I'm a good person for doing this modest wedding dress. So if it's taken in that context of, I don't post like her, or I don't wear clothes like her because like she's for the male gaze and I'm over here like for my female audience. And it's like, you don't have to put that person down because you're choosing to dress a different way, you know?
To me, there's no like right or wrong
At
way
all.
to be on your page. Like if you want to be on your page and you want to be in tight clothes, you want to be like in little booty shorts, that's your right, bro. That's
and if you want to be in really like sweatpants, sweatshirt,
if you don't want to show anything,
go for it.
Don't. This reminds me too of one influencer, Leanna Deeb. Have you ever heard of her? She went really viral on TikTok. If you look her up, she went really viral on TikTok, and she used.
Oh yeah. Okay,
she used to wear like really, she'd wear like Gymshark, like the tighter clothes. Like she has a really nice body, like really nice butt. So she used to wear clothes, and then she switched her entire page to being fully covered.
Yeah,
and it's so crazy because she literally deleted a lot of videos that were old and that were on her YouTube channel and stuff like that. Like she went all in, which I feel like is
again,
really
if it
admirable.
Goes
too,
with your
honestly.
beliefs, or it goes with how you feel, or your personal morals, or whatever.
It has
I am
to
all
do
for
with
it.
Her beliefs as well.
Yeah. I think the only time I'm against it is that example I was saying. If you're putting other people down for not doing what you're doing or for doing it differently, I think that's when it's a negative. And I think that's why those like anti this statement posts are going up, is because I'm sure a lot of those are coming with negativity of, if you're not doing it my way, you're doing it wrong. You know what I mean?
I mean, if the first one that I saw was one of our, I guess we can call her a friend now, Kelly Matthews.
Yeah.
And hers like went viral just because people were fighting in the comments, like really. And I think I should have just pulled it up, but Kelly Matthews said, she had the quote up on the screen, and she was wearing her, really cute tight clothes. And she says, but something like, but I don't put women down who decide either way.
Exactly.
And then people are like fighting in the comments about it, saying like, no, I disagree. You shouldn't be wearing tight clothes and blah, 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 blah.
Then don't follow me.
It's like, honestly, bro, I don't know.
Yeah. And we also know why we do certain things. And like, I'm similar to you, where even leggings make me feel weird and restricted. I tried working out in leggings last night and I felt awful about myself, and so my workout sucked and like the whole nine. So I don't like need my cheeks and boobs out all the time. But if I'm in clothing that happens to be shorter or tighter and that makes me feel confident, I see no problem in posting it. I'm not posting it because I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to bring the men followers up. Like never. Yeah. Never am I doing it for the male gaze. It's because I feel good. And if it happens to bring in men and women followers, so be it. Like I can't control that.
This literally reminds me, okay, so like this past weekend on Friday, I had like a dinner with my sister, my mom, my dad, and I was telling them I was speaking at a women's event, and it was a women's entrepreneur event. And I was like, I have no idea what to wear. It says business casual, and all I own is workout clothes. So I was like kind of like freaking out, and my mom and dad were like, we're literally at the mall, like let's go now. I was like, are you sure? So my mom, my sister, and my dad, we all go to H&M because like they have business casual stuff. And I hate dressing business casual. I have actually never done it. I don't even think I've ever worn a blazer in my entire life. I do not own a blazer.
I own two, and I don't think I've ever worn them out.
And like watching my family, like I am an adult, and my family is dressing me, trying to figure out what would fit my body.
It's like Julia's going to prom.
Yes, and what would fit my body. I have my dad walking up to me. He's like 70 years old, and I'm not saying he's like old, but like it. I have a 60-year-old mom and my 7-year-old dad. They're like, and I'm like almost 27. They're like, Julia, what about this one? It was so funny. And I don't like wearing clothes that are just personally, the thing is that like I'll wear like a crop top and like joggers. Like when I'm supposed to be wearing something comfy, yeah, I'll wear all the layers. But when I'm like going to like an event or something, I don't feel confident and comfortable when I'm covered with like blazers and jackets and like pants. I was like, my sister, I kept picking out things that were like so short and revealing and like showing, because I want to show my muscles. Yeah. I want to show my legs. And my sister's like, Julia, that is not business casual. I was like, do they have like business hoochie mama or is that?
Can we bend the rules
I was like,
here?
is that like, can we make that a thing? She was like, no. So we did make a compromise. I got a tighter dress that was like a short sleeve and it was longer. I got the size medium. I wanted to get the size small. My mom said get the size medium because it needed to cover my butt. And then I did a blazer on top of it and like some boots. What I really wanted to do was get like a bralette that was like the bra and wear
that's
like
literally
a
what I
mini
was
skirt
picturing.
and like a blazer. Like
that's
what I really wanted.
That's my ideal of business casual. I think it depends on the setting, and I think like a woman's conference or women's event would be a little like more lenient on that instead of like walking into like a professional business meeting with like a whole like corporation. Then don't do the bandeau top.
That's what I wanted to do. But I was like, we have very little time to pull this off.
Yeah.
And then literally like I'm at the event and I'm up there and I was like, guys, I literally bought this blazer yesterday.
See, and it's relatable.
I do not own any of this stuff. I wish I was in joggers in my Jordans right now. Like I really do.
So that too is like, I think dressing for your body type sometimes where, what was I going to say? Oh, and for occasion. So like when I'm training clients, I will never wear a crop top. I try not to wear tight clothes because that's an in-person interaction. I'm trying to respect them. We're here for a workout. I'm not trying to be here in like a sports bra and shorts. I feel like that's weird dynamic, especially because I do in-home training. So imagine me like coming to someone's house and being like in almost underwear. Exactly. I think social media is different. I think the gym is different. And that too, like if I post in a sports bra, there is a 99.9% chance I did my workout with a big t-shirt over it, but that doesn't look good on me in photos. So of course I take it off and I flex because I'm trying to show certain muscles. So like, I feel like there's a weird like fine line, I guess, but I don't think it matters either way. Just do what you want.
Because everybody has their own fine line.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Like that's what makes me comfortable. That's not what makes Julia comfortable. That's not what makes like someone trying to go the more modest route comfortable. Like whatever makes you comfortable, I feel
like. And I think that's so crazy because I'm over here like when I wear like a complete, like I'm out in public and I'm wearing complete like baggy stuff, like I feel uncomfortable and I don't feel confident. But when I wear stuff that's a little bit more form-fitting and shows like my muscles, like I feel very confident. And some people it's the complete opposite.
It's weird because I'm both, and I'm both to such an extreme where I am either in the shortest skirt you've ever seen and my cheeks are almost out, or I'm in the biggest jeans, biggest hoodie. Like I feel like I go very extreme on both ends and I feel very confident in both ends. It just depends on the day.
It's also a body type thing. Because for me, my mom and I very much understand, and your mom also understands because she's shorter. But like when you're shorter, sometimes when you wear too much like baggy clothes, you completely get like swallowed by the clothes. Yeah. So it's really like difficult to, because I would love it if I could do like the baggy look of everything, but they'd be like, where'd Julia go? It's just all I see is boobs, hair, and there's her little feet. Like you get swallowed so easily. Yeah. Like there's tons of things that are harder to wear when you have like bigger boobs and versus like a smaller, like sometimes I wish that I could cut off my boobs and wear like a outfit that like a girl who's like tall and really thin and has like the small, you know what I mean? They have like there's a certain look that they can do. Like sometimes I wish I can do that, but I'm like, I can't change my body type.
See, I think that's why I always wear sports bras, because I love the look on me of like a no chest, but I love the look of like having a chest on you and everyone else I see it on, but on me, I'm like, I don't like drawing attention here. So I always like compress it all as much as I can because that just makes me feel confident in what I'm wearing. Yeah.
And that's crazy because I mean, they can be everyone can be so different.
Yeah.
Don't you wish that we can just like SpongeBob it and like pump them
That's
up
called
when
a
we need
BBL.
them? No, when we need them, and then deflate when we don't want them.
Yeah.
Because like they in the way.
I want to talk about your second little point that you wanted to talk about here, because I made a TikTok like months and months ago, how I thought, okay, I went through this period of time.
Is it how we watch our own Instagram stories?
No, not that one.
Okay, that's another thing.
We'll talk about that next. Yeah. This one's the fact that like, okay, I don't know how to explain it without sounding crazy. And I think I said that in the TikTok, where I was like, in a time of life where I was just like we're in a simulation, life isn't real, which I get like that a lot. And I'm never serious, but like, when my anxiety's bad, I literally don't feel like a real person. So I just like start over analyzing everything and everyone and myself. And I was in that phase and I realized the gym is so weird. The gym is so weird because there's just this room with like weighted things and all these strangers go.
We've all agreed to go together.
But the crazy thing is how serious we are. Like, I go in there and I'm like so tough and serious. And I'm like, Kendall, you're going into a room with strangers to lift some circles and you all care so much about it.
And to breathe heavy.
Isn't it
and
weird?
To sweat and to like glance at each other but not know each other.
Or talk to each other.
So I posted it on Instagram. I posted this on Instagram. Like, how weird is this that we all just agreed to go and do this together but not talk to each other? And then I saw something. Either it was a meme or someone commented it that said like, yeah, you've been going to the same gym for 5 years, but you don't know any of them.
Exactly.
It's like, but you do this really intimate thing together, but you don't talk or know. Maybe that's why. Like we don't really get to know that many people at the gym because you've seen me at my worst, bro. Yeah. So I'm just gonna pretend that I've no
also
idea
seen
who you are.
Enough where like it's too late to introduce myself now.
It's kind of like when like someone calls me Julie for 5 years and then the fifth year I'm like, it's Julia. It's Julia. You can't go back. You will forever be Julie. Yeah. It's just been too long.
Yeah. Exactly. That's how I feel. And I just think it's funny that like that's such a weird thing, right? And if we're viewing it like that, I think what made me think of it was the music was out at Lyft.
Yeah.
And so it was silent. And I was like, oh, how weird is this? And we all listen to our own little music and we're all like kind of like jamming out. Like it's just such a weird thing that we've like conditioned ourselves to do. And I also think it's weird that like we've turned it into our job where we saw this weird thing where like, I'm making this my whole personality.
This is my whole life. My entire day will be centered around this 1 hour
that I'm spending with strangers in this room.
I will literally put my makeup on for it. I will literally have my whole meal plan around it. I will do my pre-workout routine. Everything that I do will be around this 1 hour of my day. I will also do a video, perhaps, and take a photo.
Showing people that
you're
also
take a photo to show people that I did this thing.
Hey, I went to this room with all of you today. Here's proof. Here's evidence.
I'm just realizing.
No, it's so weird. And literally, so that's like was halfway through my spiral. And I went into other things where I was like, concerts? Like concerts are so weird if you think about it. Because we're all going to watch this person just like sing on a stage.
It's so weird. That's so weird. And then like.
And they're supposed to be really good at it.
They're supposed to be really good at it.
And they practice all the time and they have this whole performance. They have the little moves they do. And it's just like so weird.
I mean, don't even get me started about bodybuilding competitions. Like, we all agree to go. We all agree to go watch lathered, shiny, tan men and women.
And we judge them.
On stage.
We judge them so hard, even though I am eating chips as I'm watching them.
Yeah, and they literally, and sometimes with the songs and the posing with the da-na-na-na, it's like so serious. But what's crazy is like there's that side that if you look at it, like it's so silly and goofy. It's like, what are we doing here? What is happening? But also there's been moments where I see posing routines and I like cry.
Yeah, no, it's moving.
Like watching C-Bum, I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, he works so hard.
You're literally crying right now.
Well, because yeah, my allergies are so bad.
But that's how I feel about so many things. And like, it's the duality of like, life doesn't matter. Or it's like, oh, life doesn't matter. I like taking that, none of this is serious. Yeah. None of this matters.
That's true. Like, that's very true. That's like when you're walking into the gym and it's like, this is the most serious thing that I ever have to do in my entire life and everything needs to be tracked. And then it's also like, we're all deep breathing around each other in one room.
Yeah.
And we're having fun doing it.
No, it's literally so fun. And that's why I laugh at myself when I do take it so seriously or get mad at myself if my workout's bad. I'm like, you're literally doing this for fun. Yeah. Like, you're literally picked out your cute little matching set to come here today. Like, you're that pissed at yourself.
This is literally the only thing you've done today.
Yeah, no, that's its own tangent. And that brings me to your next point of the Instagram story thing.
Oh my God. So I made this TikTok and an Instagram reel where it's... I can't.
This whole podcast is Julia laughing at herself,
me, like,
and I love
wheeze laughing. But it's the one, if you guys haven't seen it, it's like the sound is, like, hold on, make sure that it's on or something. And then it goes with the electrocute. And my sister sends it to me and she goes, my sister sends me all the trending videos and sounds. She's like, you have to make this. So I did it.
I need to make one of those
where
too.
I'm like putting my hair up and then the text says like, what does it say? When years of taking pre-workout finally catches up to you, and I'm putting my hair up, and then the sound happens, and I just like crumble and I fall to the ground. Mm-hmm. And I really did that. My acting was pristine, and I'm posting it on Instagram. And I'm posting it on TikTok last night or something like that. And I am just laughing at myself. And Zach comes downstairs and I'm in the kitchen like laughing at how funny I am. I'm just like the most funny person ever. And I'm like, look at this, babe. Look, you gotta look. And he actually does laugh.
He's watching it over and over.
He thinks it's really funny. And he's like, babe, okay, stop watching your own stuff. Stop looking at how amazing you are and like, let's eat dinner so that we can chill. And I'm just like, but no.
I did the same thing with my mom. My mom was in town over the weekend and I posted a reel to like a song, right? And so I'm playing it over and over and over. And she's like, why are you listening to this song on repeat? Like, can you play something else?
I'm not listening to the song. I'm watching how amazing I
was like,
am.
I'm just watching my story I just posted. And she goes, okay. And then later in the day, hours later, I'm checking it again.
Yeah.
And she's like, you can't be fucking serious.
It's like, I don't know. I think I know why we do that, because we're all secretly obsessed with ourselves.
I love myself.
I love watching my story because, like, I remember I was doing it when I was with you and Erica, and it was like our story of our weekend, and I'm like clicking through it. I'm like, man, I had a fun weekend. 5 minutes later, my weekend was so fun. I'm clicking through it again. I'm like, what is wrong with me?
I think the only thing that stopped me is I was hooked up to Erica's like surround sound in her home. And like the third time I clicked on it and it interrupted the music, I was like, okay, I know you have a problem.
You gotta stop watching yourself. Yeah, but if you guys do that, let us know. Just watch your own story and be like,
it has to be all of us, right?
Yes, I've had the most amazing day. Everybody loves me. I'm hilarious.
So funny. Any other talking notes? Oh, the last thing I want to talk about, and then we could be done for the first ever girl chat. I'm thinking about coming off birth control, and I just wanted to talk about this off the podcast, but I figured in case anyone else listening cares.
Yeah.
How has your experience been going with the IUD? Because I am actually considering it, but I'm terrified.
Yeah. So it took my body about 4 to 6 months to like adjust, but nothing like dramatic happened as far as changing goes. So I was on a hormonal birth control, and this goes so crazy because I've actually been getting a lot of questions about this over DM, and I've told
I'm with the masses.
Same story over.
Sorry.
No. But I'm glad that we're talking about it just in case anybody wants to know. But I now being off of it for almost a year, I can now go back and see like what actually happened. So I got off of it when did I start prep?
It was probably like this time last year, right?
April?
No?
No.
Was it later? I think you came off of it around this time last year, though. Like, I
did.
remember it being around the new year.
Like, I came off of it, and then a couple months later, I got into PrEP with the non-hormonal IUD. So now, hindsight being 2020, I was like, I probably shouldn't have gone into PrEP, like, right after changing a big hormonal thing, because I didn't gain weight or anything.
Nothing had a hard time
nothing really
right?
dramatic. I just had a harder time losing weight.
Yeah.
But now I know my body was taking time to adjust to the new situation that was going on. And it takes between 4 to 6 months. And right around that 4 to 6 months mark, my body started responding. It was almost like it was like, hey, we're ready to go.
Yeah.
And by that time it was too late and I had missed like a lot of the shows. So it wasn't a big switch, or I didn't like gain a lot of weight. I didn't lose a lot of weight.
Yeah.
It was just my body was going through a lot. So like maybe, I don't know, this is not advice because I'm not a doctor.
No, for sure. I'm going to talk to my doctor.
Advice to myself would have been, okay, don't make any dramatic changes with like wanting to cut weight or anything like that. Like that would have been better advice for me to take instead of just jumping into a cut.
Again, I will be talking to a doctor, not just doing this on my own. I feel like that's impossible anyway. Did they advise for you to come off your hormonal birth control and then like wait a little bit, get the IUD, or was it like next day?
So
switch?
I actually, because through my coach, he has doctors working with him. Mm-hmm. So they recommended for me to, again, not a doctor, don't listen to me. This is just what my personal story.
I just want to hear her story so I can be less scared of going into my doctor.
So like, for example, you're taking like if you take a pill like every day or whatever, I was weaning off of the pill. So I would do it like every other day.
Got it.
And then I would do it like only a couple times a week and then eventually none. And then I'd have none for a little bit. And then I made sure that I booked my appointment like a week or two after I had been doing nothing, and then I would go and get the non-hormonal IUD.
Okay.
So yeah, I was like weaning myself off of the hormones. I don't know.
I have been, the reason I want to come off, I was talking to my mom about it. Every month, the last few months, it's like freaking clockwork where, you know, like the traditional, like, oh, she's emotional because she's on her period. I never had that. Like I would PMS like a good week before and I would maybe get like a little snappy or like have a little bit of an attitude, but I would never get like emotional or like over dramatic on my actual period. The last few months, oh my God, do I get so depressed for like 24 hours. It's like on my birthday, like midnight my birthday, like my boyfriend is singing to me and I am just bawling. Like, and I was like, I know it's not you. I'm just so upset and I don't want it to be my birthday and I feel awful and all of these things.
Can we wait until I feel better for it to be my birthday?
Can we move my birthday this year? But like, it's been clockwork where it's like the first day of my period consistently, I cannot control my emotions. I am so sad. And I'm like, okay, we should address this. But I am so afraid of them being like, oh, here's this other hormonal one that's stronger and will help that. I rather just like not do hormones.
Non-hormonal.
Preferably. Because when I was off for like 2 years, I felt great.
Yeah.
And I want to either be, I don't want to be completely off, but I want to be off the hormone side of it for sure if possible. So
the earlier the better too, because of you're so young. It's like, we have to also be thinking about like children and that.
Not ready for those yet.
Let's not think about that yet.
That's all I got. You got anything else?
No.
On this, I was going to say Monday morning. It's Monday for them.
It's Monday morning for you guys. Happy Monday. Go watch your Instagram story a million times. You know, get off birth control. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just
do it all.
Totally kidding.
Stop wearing tight clothes.
Wear whatever clothes you want to the gym that makes you feel confident. And also, the last thing, today's a pretty day, okay? It's a pretty day for you. Every day is a pretty day for you, not me, because today I got hit by a truck. But for you, it definitely is. And we love you all so much, and you are more powerful than you think.
Bye. We've been crushing the buys.